Well, thanks for sticking with us here on this Saturday morning for Adelante Chicago. Close to 60 educators were actually nominated, but a Latina 8th grade history teacher of East Aurora School District 131 won Kane County's Educator of the Year. Meet this amazing teacher who's here with us today, Cynthia Martinez, and she's here along with one of her former students, Edward Zavala, who is also, by the way, a student board member with the district. Welcome to the both of you.
Hey.
Edward. Yeah, she's clapping for you. You're clapping for her. This is great to have you both here.
Yeah.
It's great to have you both here because I think you can give us some insight into what the school systems are like nowadays and that relationship between the student and the teacher. So I want to begin with you.
Okay.
So you get the word that
Yes.
you've just won Educator of the Year, and you're thinking what?
I was definitely not expecting it. There's different categories, so I thought maybe I'd have a shot at the middle school level. And when they didn't read my name, it was fine. I mean, there was a lot of educators that were great, and so I just kind of was over that emotion. And then my husband said, you know, when they called out the final round and they said the winner, I didn't get to see my name. He's the one that told me, you just won. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I won.
Yeah,
And
we're
so
looking at the video
got up
there as you're
and
accepting
really
the award.
emotional for sure. I wasn't ready. And then I had to gather my thoughts. And I'm like, Cynthia, you got to say something. So I just kind of went back and think, what is this about? And what do I need to remember here? And
Okay.
I said some.
And we're some really touching stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into that in a second, but I do want to bring you into the
Yeah.
conversation because you actually had Cynthia
I
as a
did.
teacher. And what was that experience like?
It was really fun, actually. Like every day in class, I just felt really engaged, and like I got to talk with a lot of my friends. She really made a big point of having us engage with each other and just like really, engaging in like the actual learning of it, hands-on.
And you
Which
were
was-
so into civics that now you are a board member,
Yes, a
right, with the
board member.
district?
I am.
How does that work, being a student board member?
Yeah, so I mean, at least at our district, so you have to kind of like apply like a regular job, there's an interview process, but I think the main difference is like writing an essay of like why you want to be a board member and what it means to like, be a part of the community. And yeah.
Cynthia, I think your story is so interesting because you said you can relate to a lot of the students that you teach because you grew up also as a first-generation Latina, and you learned to sort of love civics and social studies and engaging a community and what it means to be a part of this country.
100%. I mean, I think initially I thought I'd enter the political arena to make community changes, but in the end, my path was education, and I think education is probably the most important instrument to making civic change.
To making a
And
difference.
yeah, I mean, just having the kids and their families understand, like, these are your civic rights, these are your civic duties, and you can use this information for power, for whatever change they want to see.
Yeah, civics is not an easy lesson or an easy study to do, right?
History sometimes,
to
yeah,
learn,
for sure. Trying to connect the kids. That's why I try to have, I mean, I teach 8th grade, middle school, and so having the kids engaged, I mean, what we were talking about when he was in my class, one of the things I like doing is having the kids have fun with history, like when they're learning and having fun at the same time. We were talking about the trench warfare. Edward Zavala made this great mask because we were talking about gas and poisonous gas that was used in World War I. And just memories, 1920s, having them reenact those different giving them out of their comfort zones, putting them on stage, having them reenact different events from history. But at the same time learning, like when we can do that, that's good.
So you try to go outside of the books, so finding other ways to
100%.
get them to pay attention and be involved. Yeah.
Outside of the books for sure. Primary sources, trying to find ways for them to see themselves in the history books, because I felt like that was something when I was growing up was missing. Like I was learning all this history, I was engaged, but I'm like, where's our story? Like where do I fit into this history book? And so I really make it a point to try to bring as much inclusive inquiry in my classroom as I can.
Okay. And I'll ask you a little bit more about that because I think it's so interesting to make sure you get the Latino experience into the history books, I think is
100%,
essential, right? There's research that shows that having a Latino or Latina teacher really helps students because they feel connected, they feel like somebody understands their culture and their language. Did you find that is the case, and how do you sort of advocate for that as part of a board member within your district?
For sure, that was like one of the biggest things like I first noticed when I walked into her class. Like, you know, she could talk to my parents, I could talk to her, and it was just like seeing someone in class that looked like me, you know, that had those similar experiences. It was really, it was amazing actually. It just made the classroom feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, just as
He was a great kid. He still is. So,
and just, you know, in terms of the school board and stuff, like I just advocate for more teachers that look, that represent, you know, the student population.
It's
you know.
hard though because
yeah.
there's not very many of them, and I know school districts, even though they're trying to meet those numbers, it's not always happening, right?
sometimes, yeah, I think our district is trying to touch base with students. We have such a great student body that is graduating with dual, you know, the biliteracy seal. So I think our district is really trying to tap into our in-house, like get them,
Your
especially if they
talent, yeah.
want to be educators before they move on, you know, and have them and connect, make those connections so that they can come back. Because they end up being, I mean, if you come back to teach where you grew up, I think that you really are, take ownership in the community and you're really going to,
You're committed.
you're
yeah.
committed 100%. Yeah.
Okay, I want to get back to learning about the Latino experience through history books. What has changed in just the last few years in making sure that that happens, right? Making sure that Latinos feel like they've been a part of the history of this country. Like, how do you make that?
Well, I think we're lucky we live in Illinois because ISB just passed for social studies inclusive inquiry, where they are pushing for teachers to navigate like the curriculum by using the student body in front of them. So whichever immigrant groups or whoever's in front of me, and then trying to teach history, but at the same time inclusive. Like if I have people from a Polish neighborhood, then I need to bring in those, you know, those stories about immigrants, you know, Polish immigrants that contributed to the city,
that
X, Y, and Z. And I think where I feel like I just finished a course with ISBE, Inclusive Inquiry, and I felt like it rejuvenated kind of what I always was trying to do, but now I have a resource that I could pull from. Even growing up in Aurora, I didn't know too much about the Mexican boxcar community.
Yeah.
And so we started an Aurora project where kids started to learn about their history, and just for students to understand, like Mexican Americans, we built the road that connects to the city, Aurora, and without that, you wouldn't have our community. So I feel like I would have loved to have known that when I was their age.
So much is
things like that.
changing, and I'm sure kids appreciate and the students appreciate that you're making that a part of their curriculum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
Well, thank you, and
Yeah.
congratulations
Thank
once
you.
again. There you have
Appreciate
it,
it.
the Educator of the
Thank
Year in
you.
Kane County. All right.
Thanks.